I think I probably was born with a V tattooed some part on my body for volunteer because I just can't stop doing it. When I was growing up, I was a candy striper, and I went to work for Catholic Charities in between college, one of my years there, and my mother finally pulled me aside one day and said, if you take one more thing out of the house to bring to people that you've met there, that I'm going to make you quit your job. But obviously I stayed the summer, so I must have done something good.
I think I grew up watching my aunt and my mom, and we just started doing stuff in the neighborhood. And I think it started maybe with volunteering for church nursery, like watching the kids doing that.
Yep, in the late 70s I worked at Blessed Sacrament, and then for a long time in the nursery, and Kate would always come and help me there. We came down in 1976 from Boston. We came down only to stay for a year, and that's all she wrote. Almost 40 years later, we're still here.
And I was born, I think, they had come down to look at a house, and then they went back up to Boston, right? And then I was born.
Kate was 6 months old when we moved down to from Boston. Yeah, and originally my sister was down, Nancy Dunning was down here first, and we came down, and so Nancy and I would do a lot of things together. She was a big organizer of a lot of events, and I would be more on the Indian side and helping her out. But then when she died in 2003, Kate kind of, I was kind of left alone, not quite sure how I would do on different, just by myself. But Kate kind of came in and took Nancy's place in a way with doing volunteer things and being together and filling in those spots. So in 2003, I thought, my life was over, but then Kate came in, and it just worked, so I really thank her for doing that.
I think it was hard when we lost Nancy, and that was one of the reasons that I created the music festival, because it was a way that I could create an event that Nancy would have been proud of, and bring the community together, and then it was so amazing. I think it was last year, the year before, but Henry was there, and he came, and Liz was out there, and Paul, and I could look out and and have thousands of people from Delray at this event.
Yeah.
And I just felt Nancy was there and proud of what we were doing. And
right, because especially the first year after Nancy died, we both thought, oh, we've got to fill in for Nancy, so we've got to do everything we did plus everything she did.
Yeah.
And after a year, somebody came up to me and said,
we can't do it.
You don't really have to do everything. So I'm like, oh, phew, thank you.
Yeah.
So, but
we may just to help be the vessels to bring these events, but so many people volunteer to make it happen. We're just two people in this. There's so many people that help, and that's just what's great, is you get to meet all these people that volunteer and want to be a part of it, just like you. So that's what giving is about. It's this inconvenience that you might, put yourself out for a few minutes. And some of the events we do are bigger than that, but those are the small ways. I think everybody, if they really think about it, does it a lot. And we just tend to do it, I think, on a larger scale. But I love it. I think it's a great way, and it fills my heart.